Comic Boom here to review Deceased Dead Planet number 1 of 7. The only way I can guarantee that this video will be under 5 minutes long is by putting a massive weight on my shoulder. One that continuously moves around and sporadically makes noise. Yes, Tom Taylor hits it out of the park again, guys. Continuing off from where he left off. I'm wearing a Green Lantern cap in salute to Black Canary because Black Canary, as Green Lantern here, really kicks some ass in this issue. There is a devastating loss in this issue, but I'm not sure what's more interesting, the sounds of birds behind me or the sounds of my daughter. This is Audrey, by the way, who's got no interest in meeting any of you. There we go, yes, yes, okay, there we go. I think she wants me to be quiet, which means I'm gonna have to remove her from my, she feels like an extra appendage. Okay. All right, things are relatively back to normal a little bit. Audrey, I've got her off my shoulder finally, and whatever. Anyways, almost on my corona. I can now resume the conversation about Deceased Dead Planet. I love this. This is, you know, the best thing I've heard said about Deceased Dead Planet is that it really is, it's almost like we're getting 5G, but in an alternate universe, because we're getting a new trinity. We're getting John Kent as the new Superman, we're getting Damian as the new Batman, and we're getting Cassie as the new Wonder Woman. So this is actually really good stuff. This is almost like 5G, but far more exciting, told in a more dramatic-filled, crazy universe, written by Tom Taylor. Somebody's happy. I'm talking about a comic book where Earth has been completely destroyed and overtaken by zombies, and you know, as long as somebody finds it funny, that's the important thing. But Tom Taylor, to his credit, once again, he raises the stakes. Cyborg, at the end of the original Deceased series, of course, discovered that there was a cure. In fact, the cure was within Cyborg. Wonder Woman, unfortunately, decapitated Cyborg. But Cyborg manages to find a way to send out a distress signal, thanks in large part to finally, it takes him 5 years to infiltrate some of Batman's electronics. Despite the fact that he's decapitated, he's still sort of working, and he's using what he can to access what's left of, I guess you could say, electronics and the internet on the dead planet known as Earth. And he manages to send out a distress signal to Earth 2, which is the new planet that the heroes flew off to, and where apparently there are still approximately, I believe, 16 million survivors on the new Earth, or Earth 2, around that number. And they received the distress signal, and I love that it's clear that over the last 5 years that the heroes, John Kent, the new Superman, Batman, and the new Wonder Woman, they've found a way to basically they're a new Justice League. It seems like the de facto leader appears to be Black Canary, who is the new Green Lantern, and Black Canary is just kick-ass here. Her and I love the interplay between her and her husband, Ollie Green. It's very well done. Black Canary has she's probably got arguably one of the most incredible power sets on a hero I've seen in a long time. She's got a mythological sword that was used by Wonder Woman in the first Deceased series, which actually was laced with kryptonite. She also has the Green Lantern, of course, the Green Lantern ring. She also has, whoa! I'm gonna be attacked by birds. Good Lord, that's the canary cry. Okay, or maybe they're just pissed off. I like Black Canary. Give it a break. Anyways, she's got a great power set, and she's got her sonic cry. She's got the Green Lantern ring. She's got a sword. I mean, this is a kick-ass woman, and she's got a lot of power. And she loves Oliver Green. They're the heart and soul of this story, I find. And this is only issue 1 of 7, and you know that they're going to answer the distress call, because Cyborg has the cure to the disease that wiped out, to the anti-life disease, the virus that was released electronically through all electronic devices that created zombies and destroyed the Earth. Cyborg has that cure, and Tom Taylor does just such an incredible job here, and the art, Harrison returns on the art, just fantastic. I want to give a shout out to everyone, to all of the creative teams here. The art here is I think it's just really fantastic. I'm trying to find the page. Pencils by Trevor Hairsine. His art is actually improved. I find that the inks by Gigi Baldacchini and Stefano Guadiano, colors by Rain Burrito, letters by Seda Temafonte. Really great job. Cover by David Finch and David Stewart. I got credit all around here. The art is even better here. It's a little bit more crisp. I think the inking seems to have improved somewhat. I just find it more crisp, more clear. I think it's something about it just really is impresses the hell out of me. I love when they return to Earth that Crypto comes out of nowhere. Crypto is alive, and the reunion between Crypto and John is is really great to see. They check out. They manage to recover Cyborg's head, and they're trying to figure out what Cyborg is saying, but he can't just come out and say there's a cure because he's pretty scrambled. So they have to sort of decipher what he's saying. Meanwhile, they're attacked by Wonder Woman. And of course, that leads to probably a gut-wrenching death right away in this first issue. You know Tom Taylor's going to kill somebody because that's what Tom Taylor does. He likes to kill people. But he does like to give, not only does he give death, but he gives hope and redemption, possibly being in the future. That's what makes Tom Taylor so great. And his dialogue is fantastic. There's a wonderful scene here between John Kent and his mother, Lois Lane, who is the president of Earth 2, where she calls him Superman, and he says, "I'm very uncomfortable when you call me that." And she tells him, she says, "Well, then stop earning it." And it's just brilliantly done because this is the SuperSons as we want them. This is the fulfillment of the dream of what we as readers who cry over the loss of SuperSons thanks to Bendis and the aging up of John Kent in the mainstream DC universe. This is really the end game here. Even though we've lost 5 years of John and Damian Kent from between Deceased and Dead Planet, this is far more rewarding than aging up John Kent 7 years in the mainstream universe, and we've lost all of that. We get a sense of the friendship and the rapport between Damian and John Kent even 5 years later. There's a great scene here where, in order to protect Earth 2, the planet that they found and inhabited, it's being essentially invaded by another alien planet that doesn't like them creeping in on their territory, and the interplay between Damian as Batman is the new Batman is infiltrating this alien ship. He wants to be aggressive and he wants to be a little bit more violent, and and John Kent is keeping him at bay. And the dialogue and their interaction is just spot on. Once again, Tom Taylor understands these characters. And if you really want to get a sense of how somebody doesn't understand the characters, just pick up anything written by Bendis, and you'll understand why Leviathan was canceled, Leviathan Checkmate was canceled, and why the Manhunter series was likely canceled, even though it wasn't even written by Bendis, it's by Andreyko. You really get a sense why, because dialogue matters. Having an understanding of the characters matters, and when that doesn't exist, it's a death play. The fact that Deceased Dead Planet is getting 7 issues, that it's going to be taking, this story's every issue I know is going to matter. We've got we got death, we got meaning, we got hope, we got redemption, all in the opening issue. And if Tom Taylor plays like as he has in previous issues, this is at least going to be an enjoyable read. You know, I can nitpick the hell out of this stuff, and the fact of the matter is I'm enjoying this. And, I'm amidst birds. I mean, even the birds are happy I'm reviewing this comic book. Listen to that. Huh? Birds. Huh? Birds. You can hear it. The birds are happy. Birds love Tom Taylor. Okay? Actually, I think they were chirping a little bit when Bendis was there, but I think they were swearing when I reviewed the Bendis Superman. But anyways, I digress. This is a great issue. I'm not going to give a lot of spoilers about it. I just wanted to rant and I wanted to rave about it. And I'm raving about it. I'm loving this. It's such a wonderful breath of fresh air. I love Damian and John. I love their interaction here. I'm not going to say anything negative about it. If there is, it's going to be after another reviewer that said, I don't like reviewers that just give 10 out of 10s. And I'm not saying this is a 10 out of 10. But I got to tell you, it makes me feel good. And on a Saturday late morning where I'm reviewing this, I got to tell you, I'm really, really enjoying it. And kudos to Tom Taylor and to DC for putting this out. I frankly would at this point, I would prefer the Earth 2 of Deceased Dead Planet to be the mainstream DC universe, because there's so much hope and redemption and fun reading this comic. I just love it. Guys, tell me what you think of Deceased Dead Planet. Go outside, listen to some birds. Don't forget to drink Corona, not the virus. And follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. And until next time, Comic Boom out.